Ah, this is Average John here, coming at you with another video of what I have watched this week. Now, this week I watched the awesomely stupendous 3 episodes so far series on Hulu that is Why the Last Man. It's based on a comic series made by Vertigo, which is a really awesome comic book series, comic company. Yeah, that I love. They made like V for Vendetta, Fables, which is my favorite. I'm doing a series on it right now, and done The Watchmen. They've done a lot of stuff. So this is a really good series. Obviously, I'm reviewing it, and I said it's on Hulu. Yeah, uh, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes I'm at a loss for words, or well, a lot of times. But I'm gonna pull through it, you know. But so basically, this is the synopsis. I should get on to that. Yeah, basically the synopsis of the show in the comic book is, everything's fine, and everything isn't. There's an apocalypse where only where the males are wiped off the earth for some reason. No one knows why. And they just drop dead. Everyone thinks it could be like a bioweapon or something, but no one really knows why. And only 2 males exist. That's a boy and his monkey. And that's it for the spoiler-free section. If you haven't seen it, pause the video, go watch it. Like I said, it's on Hulu. 3 episodes, 4 episodes will be out tomorrow, which is Monday. Episodes are coming out weekly. It's just a really great show. Now, I'll get into this. I'm going to spoil the heck out of this. So, like I said, pause the video and watch it. Then play the video again. And this is my handy notebook right here, full of words. Yeah, let's just get into it. This is the spoiler section of the story. So basically, this is the day before everything starts going to hell, right? So I got this dude named Yorick, who's a failed magician, failed escape artist. He's also failing as a teacher because he's supposed to be teaching this kid how to be an escape artist. And you got Beth, who is his teacher, who is just working all these hours just to support the two. And Yorick wants to actually marry Beth, wants to engage her or whatever. Meet the other parts of the family. You got Jennifer Brown, who is his mother, who is a senator of the U.S. government. And then you got Hero, who is his sister, who is an EMT in Boston. So we run back in New York, who, like I said, wants to propose to Beth. And wants to do it before he goes off to Australia the next day. And he drops a question on her. He's like, do you want to marry me? And she doesn't say no, but she doesn't say yes. She says, this is the wrong time to ask that question. No, I don't want you to hold me back. That's what you're kind of doing. I'm just going to go off and grade papers. And she does that. She goes off and grade papers. And Yorick just chills and is like, why would she say no? Till he chose this new monkey. They call it ampersand. Ampersand's that and symbol that you see. It's kind of like the 8 with the little points. Yeah, it's kind of like that, But yeah, and that's what happens. And the next day, the next day, everything goes back. So men are all died. Men are dead. That's the correct way to put it. Men are all dead. Planes are crashing, cars are crashing, everything. Everything's happening. Except Yorick and the monkey Emperor's hand. They're all okay. How did this affect them? Not affect everyone except them. Yeah, that ends that episode. And next one starts episode 2. Episode 2, Would They Be So Kind? We run into Agent 345, who we ran into the last episode. She introduced herself kind of like in the Spanish way. She was disguising herself at someone else's house, and she went out for a jog or whatever, and she blew the house up. And she changed disguises. But, the apocalyptic event happened. She's been tasked with finding Yorick and Hero and all of them and bringing them back to the White House. And she goes looking for them. And, Yorick is just like, I'm just gonna travel up to the White House, find my family right now, find out what to do, find out just anything. So he's going to the White House. He's going to the White House with Ampersand. And so, of course, he's a monkey. He escapes and runs into an abandoned subway system that's flooded. Of course, Yorick doesn't want to get his clothes wet, so he strips naked and he runs into the subway system. And of course, at the moment that they meet Agent 355, and he gets Ampersand, he gets out. And he meets Agent 355 there, just with him completely naked, and he's just like, So he puts his clothes on. They all go back to the White House. And that's the end of episode 2. Also, it ends with a woman-hating group electing an official to track down Yorick, the last man. They run into some people who wanted to sell him. And Hero agrees to do this. Remember, Hero is his sister. And that ends episode 2. So episode 3 is called Neil. Excuse me. But yeah, so basically, what happens in this episode is that, Yorick finds a way to the White House, and, his mom is now the President of the United States because she is the one standing in a long line of presidential candidates. It's Western Thighs, all the ones before her have died. They were all male, except for one, but she was presumed dead. So, it got passed down to the Secretary of Agriculture, I believe she was. So now she's the president. And she's like, well, you're the last man that anyone's seen in a while, so people are gonna come for you, so I'm just gonna lock you up and hopefully people forget about you. So she does, and he's a master escape artist, so he gets out. And he's just like, I can't just stay here. People are gonna figure out about me. I'm gonna go to Australia to find Beth and marry her. And Miss Brown is just like, well, obviously I can't say no to you. You're gonna do whatever the heck you want. So instead of saying no to you, I'm just gonna let you go. But I can't offer you like any assistance or anything. I can offer you Agent 355. And also, if possible, could you go to Boston and you know talk to Miss Dr. Allison Mann? She's an expert at cloning. Maybe we can get you cloned, and we can start reproducing that way, so you don't necessarily have to be here or be a slave for anyone. So they go and do that, of course. Yeah, but yeah, Dr. Allison Mann gets shut up when they're there because she's been kind of soliciting grant money from Saudi Arabia, so of course they want their money back and stuff. But why an Agent 355 escape and they go back to the White House, and of course he's trapped again. But also this girl, Regina was presumed dead. She was presumed dead. She was going to become the president before. She was presumed dead. But it actually turns out that she's alive. So, what ends up happening, she flies back. She's to become the president, but nobody wants her to become the president because she just reverses everything that Miss Brown's just done. She's an anti-vaxxer and all that stuff. Like, it'd just be crazy. But she is strong, so I do want her in the government. She is a strong person. She's a strong lady. Even though she is Republican and stuff, which there's nothing wrong with being Republican. Just vaccinations and stuff. I don't want to get too political, actually, but she comes and they easily discuss like, hey, you can still be in here, but I want to be the president or whatever. And she's like, okay, that's all fine. I'm still waking up, still adjusting or whatever. And that was a 3-episode arc. Yeah, it was pretty fun. It was actually a pretty good surprise to find out this was coming out. Yeah, it was pretty fun reading, pretty fun watching. How do you think of the? How do you think of the show? Yeah, and how do you think it compares to something like Walking Dead? I mean, I think so far it's better, but it also doesn't have like 10 seasons and 1,000,000 episodes, so that's kinda good. I don't like shows with a lot of seasons necessarily, because it feels like, or a lot of episodes I should say, because it feels like it feels like it should have ended at a certain point, and it just decided to keep going. So, I mean, it's got that going for it so far. I feel like it's just going to keep me entertained. Hopefully it's short seasons, so I can have a lot of seasons, but shorter episodes, if that makes sense. So, I mean, each episode's like 45 minutes long. So, but yeah, I dug myself into a hole. But yeah, spoiler over, whatever. You can watch now. It's okay. But yeah, You can tell me those things in the comments down below, or you can reach me on my socials, My Instagram is at TRIPL3XXX Mayhem. My Twitter is at Real Average John. My Facebook is at Official Average John. And like I always say, don't worry if you can't understand me. I have everything down in the description below. If I can talk. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have for today. Like I said, what do you guys think of it? And how do you think this series is going to progress? I haven't read any of the further books, so it's a complete mystery to me. I mean, I have one of the future books. I have book number 2, but I haven't read it, so it's a complete mystery to me. What do you guys think is going to happen? I don't know, but I'm looking forward to finding out. So but that's it for now. I will see you guys later.